Hi everybody, how you doing? This is Tim Smith and I'm the Economic Development Manager here in Brunswick. And welcome to our show, Open for Business. And we have some new businesses that are open for business starting this year. And I thought I'm going to go through this list and kind of just give you a quick idea of who they are and what's going on. Number one, right on Pearl Road, you probably saw Merry Maids. They have opened up the very first part of this year. And they're a company that you can call and, come and clean your house or your business. Pretty experienced people. They're an extension of another business from another city, so they are experienced. This is not their first time doing this. They've been doing it for a long time. So they're pretty excited to be here in Brunswick. And of course, a lot of you have probably been hearing about Honey Hut. They are going to be opening up right across from St. Ambrose Church. So I think they'll be definitely really busy on a Sunday and with all those masses that Father Bob has. But they're going to be knocking that building down that's on there, old Annabelle's building, and building a brand new building there. So it's going to be really nice. And there's a Honey Hut that was in Strongsville. So if you're driving all the way to Strongsville to get your Honey Hut ice cream, you won't have to do that anymore. You'll be right here. And the best part is the people from Strongsville will be coming here because they'll miss their Honey Hut, and so they'll be coming and spending their money in Brunswick. And that's what we want to have happen. And then you are going to hear later about Taskmasters. You've seen the interview with them. They're up and running. They have a concierge business. Kim and Lisa are, helping businesses, helping families, do errands and things that people don't have time to do. The Great American Pizza Company, which is right by Hickory Ridge Plaza there up on the hill. They're up and running. They had a successful business on the other side of town, and they've opened up here. I don't know if you've heard me talk about the Hidden Cafe before, but they're in the Southwest medical facility right next to City Hall, and the reason why they're called the Hidden Cafe is because a lot of people don't know they're there. But Elizabeth, who owns it and runs the place, she just has delicious soups, wonderful sandwiches, muffins, for $1, coffee, of course, and all that kind of stuff. And so it's a nice little place. If you're going up and down 303 and you're anywhere by City Hall and you want a snack or you want a meal, you can pop in there, and it's a very welcoming atmosphere. They got tables where you can sit down and do stuff. And then you probably saw right from across from Visintainer that there's some construction and stuff going on. Later on this month, there's going to be a business opening up there. Right now, the title that they're working with is the Deli, or the East Coast Deli. And so that is going to be a place where, you can go in and get a sandwich, or they have a couple of video games in there where you can go in there and have some fun there with your family. And so it looks like it's going to be a nice use. They're fixing the building all up. That building needed a lot of work. And they're painting it and fixing it and, putting in landscaping and planting grass. So that's really going to be a great improvement on that. I've talked before about Control Access. That's a turnstile business that is opening up this month, the month of April, in the industrial park. They built a new 500,000 square foot building, and so they are moving in to that. So it's a new business for Brunswick with 16 new employees, and Mike Sherba has that business, and he's very excited about being here in Brunswick. Art Restoration kind of explains to you what that is. They restore art. Aaron is opening up a new Chinese restaurant right in the plaza where the tanning place is, right on the corner of Hadcock and 303. So we're going to have a nice takeout place for Chinese food. Russell Real Estate, Sam LaFaso, which is a Brunswick resident and goes to church with us at St. Ambrose, is opening up a Russell Real Estate office right here in Brunswick. That'll be the first time we have that. And in the same building is TE Tax Service, so new places to have your tax done. And then I just got a call from Matt Bunner, who is opening up a new business called Mr. Paint. And I wonder what he's going to do. I think he's going to paint things. So he's going to be doing commercial painting and house painting. And I had a nice conversation with him. Very experienced, been doing this for a long, long time. And so it looks like it's going to be a reliable source if you need to get some painting done. And then one other update. We have in the industrial park, we had two buildings that went up for auction. They were designer showcase buildings. One was 80,000 square feet and one was 125,000 square feet. And those buildings were bought by Brunswick businesses. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm pretty excited about that because that keeps a business that's been growing in Brunswick. Sometimes, you know, people outgrow their facilities and then they move to another city where they can find a bigger building. Well, these people have bought these buildings in Brunswick. IMT has around 187 employees, and they're going to be moving into that business building later on this year. So that is kind of positive because we keep them, you know, right here in Brunswick and growing. And the other building was bought by M-Line, and they've bought some new businesses recently, and so they're expanding and outgrowing their facilities, and so they're going to be moving one street over into this new 80,000 square foot building that they bought. So it's pretty exciting keeping these businesses here. You know, the Mahaseviches and their family all live right here in Brunswick, so, you know, we keep the Mahaseviches here, we keep M-Line here, and then they have more room to grow and hire more people. And really, economic development, that's what it's all about. You know, families working, you know, dad going to work, mom going to work, kids getting their first job. It's all really important to the family that, you know, people are working. And the way I look at economic development, you know, people think of it in big terms a lot of times, but I look at it really as the family. You know, if you know, you have income coming into your family and you have good self-esteem because you're working and you're providing for your family, you know, that's what makes people feel good about themselves and feel good about their community. And we've had an average of 35 to 40 new businesses come to Brunswick over the last 4 years per year. And so that's a very good growth for our city. And so, you know, even in a crazy economy that we've had. So things are growing. We got a lot of new companies that I'm talking to. We got a company from Germany that would like to come over here and set up an assembly line. We got a couple new restaurants that would like to come to town. So, you know, through the rest of this year, we'll have some pretty exciting things to report. But that's our report for this month, and I appreciate you watching.
At least 1 in 10 homeowners in Ohio has fallen behind on their mortgage payments. If you are struggling with your mortgage, there is free help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE to speak live with a HUD-approved housing counselor or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov to learn more.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital. I feel like a fish with no water.
You know how to react to their asthma attacks. Here's how to prevent them. Call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor. Because even one attack is one too many.
Hi everybody, how you doing? I'm Tim Smith, the Economic Development Manager here in Brunswick, and I don't know about what you know about jewelry, but I don't know that much about jewelry, and we have some great jewelry stores here in Brunswick. And today, as my guest, I have Chris Corder from Corder's Jewelry. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good to have you.
Thank you
and
very much.
I see you have some interesting things that you've brought with you today. And to tell you the truth, I mean, we all buy jewelry, and you know, we go into these stores, and we're always kind of a little bit nervous. And you know, just listening to you and how you explain jewelry to people, you know, you're very informative. And I thought, you know, maybe the audience would, you know, like a little bit of an idea about jewelry and that sort of thing. And then later you have a treasure hunt you're going to tell us about. So,
absolutely.
So we'll get into that. But what can you tell us about rings or diamonds or whatever you brought with you today?
Yes. Well, thank you again for having me here. What I want to do is April 28th, we're having what we call a diamond restyling event.
Okay.
And more than just selling diamonds and everything like that, I really want to try and educate the community.
Okay.
By showing them and telling them what a restyling event actually is. In short, it's basically taking some of their sentimental diamonds and remounting them into different styles, different diamond bands, earrings, pendants, okay. and it's actually a process. The person who is doing it really needs to be educated, and they really need to know and understand the process.
So my ring, say like that my wife has, is in a certain setting. is there like newer, updated, cooler settings?
Absolutely, and that's generally the reason why people want to upgrade to a different, newer, cooler setting. You know, they'll have a diamond engagement set where they maybe the center diamond was passed down from mom or grandma, and they want to bring it into a more modern style. So they will take that diamond and mount it into a newer, cooler style.
Okay.
And they're happy with it, and that way they can continue to pass that down to their children and so on and so forth.
Wow. So could you, like, I have diamonds in a certain pattern on my ring. I didn't wear it today, but I could have those diamonds taken out. I mean, you have all women's jewelry here, but you do men's jewelry too?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can, and that's what a lot of people do. They will have different mountings or different diamonds, and we can take them out of that piece and mount them into a different style and put them actually into a necklace, earrings, men's, gentlemen's rings, anything like that.
And you do kind of like a little educational type of thing when you're doing this?
We do, and we actually have a jeweler on site, and the customer can actually watch this occur.
Oh, wow.
And it's actually so informative for that person, and they really get a clear understanding of what's going on with their diamonds, because their jewelry is very important to them.
Well, I appreciate you doing this for the community and you know, kind of educate people on this sort of thing, because it is the kind of thing that a lot of us know very much about.
That's right, yeah.
And then you're to kind of kick things off, you have like a little fun treasure hunt or something you're going to do.
This is going to be so
and is
fun.
This is all open to the public?
It is.
Okay.
It is. It's exactly. It's free to the public. Anyone can come to it. It's what we're calling a diamond treasure hunt. It's 1 hour before. It's the last Saturday of this month, April 28th.
Okay.
So it's from 8:30 to 9:30. Everyone is going to gather in front of the store. I'm going to give them a clue, their first clue, and along with my store, I have teamed up with other businesses in the Brunswick area that are sponsoring this and have given donations, along with Taskmaster's Concierge. And
those ladies there are amazing, aren't they?
Oh my gosh, Lisa and Kim,
they
are
great.
just fantastic, and they are really, really smart. It's a great company. And
and when they first came to me last year, they said, we're going to have a concierge business. And I wasn't really quite sure even what that is. But they help you with your business. They help you with your tasks that you got to get done.
Exactly. It couldn't have been, I mean, it's such a nice, it's such a nice concept what they have going, because all I did was call them. We met each other through the networking groups and
through the Chamber of Commerce.
Exactly, the Chamber of Commerce.
Yep.
And that's specifically that group.
Yeah.
And
great chamber.
Gave them my idea. We put our notes together, and they have run off with it.
Oh, man.
And we're all set up for it.
So they meet at the store, and you give out these clues, and then what's going to happen?
It's going to be at Quarters Jewelers, 8:30 to 9:30, the last Saturday of April here, the 28th. I'm going to present them with a clue.
Okay.
And they're going to go off and find other clues, and it's going to be within a 1.5 mile radius of the store here. Okay. And long story short is whoever comes up with that last clue first is going to win the grand prize, which will be diamonds. I guarantee that. And then we're going to have some other prizes, like I said, which are donated from the other businesses in the area.
Oh, good.
So it's going to be a fun event, and it's completely free to the public. Who doesn't want to come out and you know, I want the people to come out and use their detective skills and find that last clue.
Are you a former detective?
I am.
Okay,
I am.
good. That's what I remember from the last interview. Well, boy, that does sound fun. You know, so if you're looking for something fun to do on a Saturday morning for an hour, you know, come on over and see these guys and go on a treasure hunt, and maybe you can win some diamonds. Boy, how much fun would that be? So thanks for coming today and explaining a little bit to us about jewelry and your event. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Chris,
right,
sounds
buddy.
good.
Thanks.
Dynamite.